The referee blows the whistle for half-time. And South Korea have been eye-catching at times. Problems for the Czech defence. As we expected, their best chances. Czechia, the Czech Republic, whichever way you want to refer to them. Their set-piece prowess to cause South Korea the few problems they have experienced. They head into the tunnel. They head into the tunnel. For half-time. Jungbo Hong, who is the happier of the two managers. Goals. Still no goals in this Group A clash. It is South Korea 0. It is South Korea 0. Czech Republic 0.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.
Well, two teams back out on the pitch in Guadalajara after an energy-sapping first 45 minutes that saw no goals, but plenty of action, most of it South Korean. Chances in and around the Czech penalty area, and they were probably the dominant force in that first half. Some quiet spells for the side led by Heung-min Son, who was at the heart of a couple of those. Lee Kang-in has been probably the player of the game thus far. The Czech side with a couple of half chances of their own, the best really landing to Thomas Souček, even though he didn't know much about it, as you'd expect from a corner kick. And as we prepare to get underway for this second half, still awaiting the first goal in this Group A encounter. You're listening to unofficial, independently produced commentary of this Group A clash in the globe's biggest international tournament. Big 45 minutes ahead. Mexico setting the standard in this group earlier on today with their win over South Africa. Can either of these two sides take charge of the game as they get back underway in this cauldron of atmosphere in Guadalajara? We've touched on it a few times, but 1,600 metres above sea level, the air thinner, the pressure higher, the humidity, energy sapping as well. And we saw that a few times, maybe that bright start from the South Koreans. Saw them just drift off the pace a little as that first half progressed. We've seen a few loose passes. One of the things that does surprise you a little when playing in these sort of conditions is the fact the ball travels much further, much quicker than you perhaps expect. As stooping low goes Lee Hyuk. No changes at the break from either side, so as we started, for Korea, that's Kim Sing-gyu in goal. Back three of Lee Hyuk, Kim Min-jae and Lee Han-byum. Lee Tai-Siuk and Seo Young-woo, the two wing-backs. Paik Seung-ho and Hwang In-byum, the two midfielders. Heung-min Son, Lee Kang-in, who's been the star of the game, as we've mentioned already, trying to offer support to Lee Jae-sung. The Czechs, it's Kovar in goal, Kalopek, Hranats and the captain Krejci, the three centre-backs. Sofal has probably been one of their more potent attackers down that right-hand side at wing-back. Jaroslav Zeleny has struggled to make as much of an impact as the former West Ham man. Thomas Souček and Alexander Sojka, who's making his competitive debut this evening in the heart of midfield. Lukas Provop, Pavel Schulz trying to provide the ammunition to a relatively isolated thus far Patrick Schick, who's just drawn the foul on the halfway line here out on the right-hand side. Fine goal-scoring season for Schick. 16 goals in the Bundesliga this season, 28 across all competitions for club and country. Scored 5 in qualification for this tournament in the United States, Mexico and Canada. If you are so inclined, don't forget to tune in to your local TV broadcasters or streams, wherever you are. Sync up the audio commentary and enjoy this clash between South Korea and Czechia. They've got a corner here, the Czechs. On the far side, it will be an in-swinger from Sofal in towards the near post. Not a bad delivery. Kim Min-jae will just smuggle it away though. And here's Hwang In-byum, Son, surrounded 3 or 4, and eventually almost the entire Czech team converged around the LAFC attacker. Wolves, Ladislav Krejci. Picked off Son. To Bayern Munich's Kim Min-jae. Lee Jae-sung. Hyuk getting forward from left back. Hwang, clever pass, maybe a chance, good save, not once but twice by Kovar. And Lee Jae-sung couldn't tap home the rebound. It was Hwang In-byum who almost set it up for Lee Kang-in there. It's the story of the first half. Lee Kang-in, instrumental in the middle of the park for South Korea. He's played a part in one of their most threatening moves. Troubled near halfway. That's good work from Zeleny. Provod tries the little reverse pass back to Zeleny, but he's around it and he's carried away by Seo Young-woo. To have a look at that chance again. There's Lee Kang-in to Hwang In-byum. Draws the save from Kovar. Doesn't cover himself in glory initially. It's close to him, down low to his right. And he pushes it into the path of Lee Jae-sung. Safe with his legs. Kovar. again. Say shock. Peck. Huang. Peck. Huang. Scoop for Peck. Plays that. Yes, colour Peck. Kim Min-jae. Hyuk. Peck, left hand side. Hyuk. That's clumsy from Thomas Socek. Jason goes to Bruce. South Korea. Slowed down as he sends Socek closing in. Back on the United midfielder. Across to the right hand side. Sharpens on their own half at the moment in Korea. Min-jae. Hyuk. Into the middle. Squeeze it through to Jin Min Song. Czech Republic able to bounce and break that up. And Patrick Schick not happy with his assistant referee's decision to give the throw into South Korea. Tipped by Lee Tae-seok. Wang's ball was charged down, but it will find its way through. So the Jason. Here's Kang In. Min-jae. Can't find Jin Min Song. Cleanly. Peck is dispossessed. Hunting for the ball. Protecting it. Kang In. Kim Min-jae. He's into circle. All alone at the moment. Hyuk. Finds the ball, trying to lift it over the top. Peck. Reversed by Lee Jae-sung. Son, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Spread himself really well, Kovar. Another big save, and another opportunity for South Korea goes begging. They'll settle for the corner, but probably should be the opener. It's lovely build-up play from South Korea on the edge of the penalty area. Just guides it through Lee Jae-sung, opens his body up, cushions it into the path of Jin Min Song, uses the outside of his right to take it with him. The left-footed effort can't quite get the elevation to dink it over Kovar. Great chance for the LAFC striker. Kim Min-jae getting forward. Will be Son to deliver from the near side. The in-swinger with venom. Right into the heart of the 6-yard box. Flicked away it was by Thomas Socek, and all the way out of play on the far side of the pitch. first attempt on target. She's on his 6th in total of the game. Kim Miki Hyuk, Tais Siok, Kim Czech bench, nothing so far from the Koreans. Okay, nice turn. Just got away from him at the wrong moment. Kovar flashes it away. And it was Jason I should say, stooping. It's off his chest. Back in by Sofal quickly. It's Schultz. Trying to work his way into the penalty area, into a bit of a cul-de-sac, lays it off to Sofal. That's a high-hanging ball deep towards the back post. Behind for Foyka. Away by Xiao Yunwu. South Jelani. Long throw. Looking for Kalechi. Now a chance to cross. That's a really, really good ball. Czech was there. He was attacking it. Couldn't make the cleanest of contacts. Long throw from Sofal. There's the header, and there's the finish. It's Ladislav Krejci with a free run at it and powers it past Kim Seung-kyu. It's been intricate, it's been eye-catching, it's been attractive from South Korea. But sometimes it's the simplest of football that pays dividends. The Czechs take the lead, and it's Krejci again. The man of the moment, the captain. Scored against the Republic of Ireland, scored against Denmark. He's just got a free run at it. There may well be a VAR check here. There's a player stood right in front of the goalkeeper. It's Lucas Probot, it seems. Korea goes zonal. Krejci gets a run straight through them. Well, they've cleared the goal. And in a season where long throws have defined so much of professional football at club level, it's Vladimir Sofal with the assist, with a rocket of a throw onto the forehead of Ladislav Krejci. And now it's South Korea chasing the game, a game that they've dominated. Well, as we expected, the Czechs are a towering threat from dead ball situations. Half of their goals in qualifying came from those sort of positions. Jae-Seung, that's an awkward one. He can't quite generate the power needed to test Kovar from that position. Lovely ball through. Kim Min-jae was stooping. So far with the ball in. He's had to endure a tough season domestically with Wolves. Ladislav Krejci. He's 27 years old, the Czech captain. 28 cap tonight. Comes his colleague. First change of the evening. It's a South Korean one. Off goes Lee Jae-sung and on comes Hwang Hee-chan. We'll offer something different to Lee Jae-sung, much more stocky physical presence. Hwang Hee-chan will operate as one of those two attacking midfielders offering support to Heung-min Son. You have to feel for South Korea. Some really good chances. Well, bear with us because the Czechs are about to make 3 changes here. Off goes Pavel Schultz of Lyon. Triple change here. Patrick Schick is going to be withdrawn as well. And Lucas Provo, the entire front 3 departing. They'll be replaced. Plozek, Thomas Kori, and Mikhail Sadilek. 6'6". Tough one. Kim Min-jae to Marshall in the heart of that Korean back line. Tendency to go down relatively cheaply. Thomas Kori. Decent season though, 17 goals. For Slavia Prague this season. They recognise the name Adam Plozek. What's regarded as the wonder kid of Czech football, now at 23, playing his football alongside Vladimir Sofal for Hoffenheim. Prague player coming on. Son. Kangin. Inside onto his left, trying to find a bit of space to work his magic, but marshalled well there by Thomas Souček. In Bjorn, Kim Min-jae, and Bjorn. Hwang Hee-chan dropping into midfield. And immediately compact And on the edge of their 18-yard box, the Czechs here. A wall of white. Hwang In-beom does get there. Hwang In-beom, brilliant! And there's the equaliser. Hwang In-beom kept his cool as he was slipped through, stopped the ball dead, and a delicate little dink over Kovar, and we're all square. Intricate, attacking, intelligent football from the Koreans that's been on show since the word go tonight. His first goal for his country since 2023. So clever from Hwang In-beom. Banach and Kovar sent to another postcode, takes his time, stops the ball, lifts it over the goalkeeper, Ladislav Krejci. He's racing after it to try and prevent it from dribbling over the line. A brilliant piece of skill from Hwang In-beom. It's their 13th attempt of the match. And the Czechs peg back. Korea are going to respond with a couple of changes. Off goes Lee Tae-sok and Son Heung-min. And off goes, and on comes Oh Hyun-gyu. And Yeok Ji-sung of Swansea City as well to add to the attacking numbers. The referee blows the whistle for another hydration break. On the approach of both sides, pretty much what we expected. The Czechs physical, using their set piece now to open the scoring. Korea technical and pretty brilliant as well. They will have felt pretty hard done by not to have got on the score sheet tonight, but the way in which they did was right out of their playbook. Hwang In-beom, one of their more experienced members, his 74th cap tonight, set up by Lee Kang-in. His first goal for, count them, 1,172 days, can you believe it? Was on target against Bahrain in the Asian Cup back in January 2024. He's not the headline goal scorer you would expect here. Quite brilliant in the end from Hwang. So clever. Kept his cool, kept his composure. Little scoop finish. And they're settled up for a bit of a grandstand finish here in Guadalajara. It's been crucial to Korea's evening. Hwang In-pyeong. In fact, those two combining, Lee Kang-in, who's brought the invention, brought the little sparkle. Hwang In-pyeong, who's touched the ball more than anyone else tonight. Has completed more successful passes than anyone else tonight. Got 18 minutes plus change, whatever the officials decide to add on. Game cannot take their eyes off here. Gone from Kim Sung-gyu. Listening to us from this evening. Tuning in from Seoul, listening in early hours of the morning in Europe, maybe even Prague. We thank you for joining us for this unofficial, independently produced off-tube commentary of this Group A clash, globe's biggest stage of international football. Frustrated little barge from Hollenbeck on Fan Hee-chan. I'm sure you are aware, but you will be able to watch this game from your local broadcaster if you are able to do so. Watch along as you listen to us tonight. Kang-in Lee, he was caught as he released the ball. Can you believe it? There's not been a single yellow card tonight. Lovely from Kang-in Lee, who the aerial ball, he swiveled on it with his left foot, opened his body up, was caught by Ladislav Krejci. Shown tonight by Lee Kang-in shows the strength and depth of Paris Saint-Germain, having got 2 Champions League medals. In career number 19. Those are the touches and passes. We've seen the assists for Hwang In-pyeong. Played either of the 2 finals with PSG, one of them in the past 2 years, but put them on the periphery. Superb gift. Find that for you. 28 Ligue 1 appearances this season. Started 19 times for Paris Saint-Germain. He's had to compete with some real stars in that side, doesn't he? Like the future Kvaratskhelia and Ousmane Dembele, Desiree Doué. The list goes on and on. Some of them will be featuring at this tournament later on in the coming days and weeks. France counted amongst the favourites, Spain too, of course. But none of these sides have aspirations to go on and lift the trophy later on in the tournament. They're making a real good account of themselves here. It's going to be a free kick for the Czechs in a dangerous position just outside the box towards the left-hand side. Sanilek can matches so far, both standing over it. Advantage of 6'6" Thomas Corley. The Czech numbers inside the Korean penalty area here. Really tough stick out. He's at the back post here, towering over many in front of him. Sadilek's ball. There's the header! And the Czechs take the lead again! It's Tomáš Souček! The flag is up. It looked like he's stolen a yard on the Korean back line. We'll have a look. He's offside. It's a brilliant ball. Never gets back on side as Tomáš Souček. Well, no surprises from either of these two teams. Another set piece, another brilliant delivery. And what the Czechs thought was another goal. Long from Kim Sing-gyu. Here's Lee Kang-in, far side, decent footwork into the penalty area. Lee Kang-in twisting, turning across the back line towards the far side. It'll be kept in play by Yeom Ji-sung. Here he is to the byline. Hangs it towards the back post, taken down. Kang-in Lee. That one is eventually held on to by Kovar. As we predicted, as the game wears towards its conclusion, despite the fresh legs on the pitch, really has started to get stretched. End-to-end stuff now. Kovar. Attempted flick on by Sadilek. Only finds Lee Gi-hyuk. Pake. Over the top, maybe an opportunity here. In towards the near post! There's the finish for South Korea! It's on! Oh Hyun-kyu gives Korea the lead to turn the game on its head. Moments after the Czechs had one chalked off for offside. It looks like South Korea have beaten the trap, and it's the substitute, Oh Hyun-kyu. It's Hwang In-byeom, what a game he's had. Found himself on the right wing, a perfect cutback. Oh Hyun-kyu lets it run across his body, uses his left foot to guide it onto the right arm of Kovar. It just flicks off the tip of his fingers, nestles in the back of the net. And South Korea lead by 2-1. It's goal number 21 for the season for Oh Hyun-kyu. The Besiktas centre forward. Ho gets back to his feet, encouraged there by Vladimir Sofal. Launches it again. Problems to deal with, what a save! It dropped to the back post with Wozek. Kim Seung-kyu came out of nowhere to deny him. Adam Wozek surely thought that was 2-2. Another brilliant throw from Vladimir Sofal causes chaos in the South Korean defensive ranks. Sadilek. That'll be a free kick. Holding by Krejci, says the referee. Have a look at that from Adam Wozek. Just bounces as well. Off Sol Hyung-woo. Goalkeeper gets across and he's done brilliantly. Korea preparing 2 more changes, but first they've got another attacking move down the right-hand side. It ends up with a throw-in. Undoubtedly the man of the match, Hwang In-byom, who will depart. He's been superb from start to finish, as is his partner Park Seung-hyo. On comes Kim Jin-kyu and Park Jin-seop as well. So they're going to respond with a change of their own here as well. Alexander Soyka, Victoria Pilsen, midfielder, departs. And taking his place, Moimir Şitil. Standing over the free kick out on the left-hand side halfway. High line from South Korea towards the right-hand side. Hori wins out above 2 Korean defenders. Powered away by Lee Hyuk. Swept forward again. Here's Sofal. Kalopek. Planats towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Stumped away by Lee Han-byung. It's Wang Hee-chan. Ji Seung-yong, left-hand side here. An eventful start to this tournament. Mexico picking up the first win. 3 red cards in that one. It's game was always going to be a tight one. It's proved to be so. John will chase. You made it safe. John. Kim Min Jae. Oh, wow, it was almost through to Hori. Here's Hwang Hee-chan on halfway. Kim Min Jae. Goalkeeper Kim. Bounces off the forehead of Sanilek. That's Shin-Gyu Kim. Forward, Feichi. Lee Kang-in on the right hand side. That's given away, a loose pass, and maybe a chance for the Czechs to capitalise, but it's good work from Hwang Hee-chan to get in the way of the forward pass. And now here is Ong Ji-sung. Hwang Hee-chan, left corner penalty area. Hwang Hee-chan shifts it back onto his right, then his left again. He just took too much time. And they get it away. Here's Sofal. Body to Sofal again. So Czech. Feichi, left hand side. Zeleny. Sanilek. Sofal. Kalopek. Kranac. Kalopek. Sofal. Chase. "30 seconds of the 90 minutes remaining. Nervous energy. Hong Yung-bo. To 6 minutes. Time. Forward by Kalopek. Won't find his mark. He's aimed towards that far side and bounces away from Hlozek. Imagine Mexico and South Africa are going to sit up and take notice. Kranac goes to ground. The judge should have fouled this man. Kubek is around in his technical area, hands on his hips. No concerns. This would have been one of the tougher tests his side are going to face in this tournament. Certainly the opposition, but certainly the conditions. The pullback and another good save. It was Sadilek, and it's held onto by Kim Seung-gyu. Just slices it ever so slightly, Mikael Sadilek. Lee Kang-in escaping in the middle of the park here. All those brilliant moments for Korea. They've had to rely on their goalkeeper for a couple of moments of brilliance of his own. Maybe a chance to seal it now for Korea. Edge of the box, and probably the wrong choice from Kim Jin-gyu. Hori, nice little touch. Jichil. Another ball. Sadilek across the face of goal. Attacked by Lozek at the back post. And Lee Han-byong wins the goal kick off of Yaroslav Zeleny. Hori with the flick on. That's a foul on Kim Jin-gyu on the edge of the penalty area, and the arms thrust up in the air from Thomas Hori in frustration. Kim Seung-gyu will launch this away. Play on the far side for the Czechs, throwing in the left back position. Flipped on by Czech. Away. Free kick for Czech Republic in the dying seconds, 30 seconds left. The first yellow card of the game. Pumped forward, it's over Hori. One final chance. Edge of the penalty area. Just got away from Lozek. Kalopek sliding in, edge of the box. It's cleared away, but the referee blows the whistle. A monumental second half turnaround see South Korea take a massive victory in their tournament opener against Czechia. A physical, draining first 45 minutes. Left us in a stalemate at the break, but it was Czechia who shattered the deadlock in the 58th minute. That direct philosophy validated so far with a trademark long throw. Stopping the ball dead before lifting a delicate chip finish over the keeper to equalise. Hyun Myung-bo's substitutions then completed the heist in the 79th minute. Hwang In-byom turned provider, sliding one across the penalty area to set up Oh Hyun-gyu, who swept home a left-footed finish. It was pure tactical drama, a clash of styles. The physicality, the set-piece dominance of the Czechs against the intricate attacking football of South Korea. And in the end, it was South Korea that picked up the win in their opening game of the tournament. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for this unofficial, independently produced commentary. This Group A clash in Guadalajara. We're back with plenty of more later on today, throughout the coming weeks. We've been treated to a real lung-busting opener in Guadalajara tonight. Full time, and the final score is South Korea 2, Czechia 1. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.